The entertainment industry has often given the false impression that celebrities have perfect, worry-free lives. They show us the glitz and glamour, making it seem like famous people have everything figured out. But the reality is very different because history has repeatedly shown that beneath the bubbling lifestyle and fame are deep wells of pain, personal struggle, and tragedies that the public rarely sees. Sadly, the celebrated culinary icon Rachael Ray falls squarely into this category. While the public is captivated by Rachael's warm smile and charm, the truth is her life has been characterized by a series of devastating tragedies that would have brought many others to their knees. What are these tragedies? Was she able to handle them? If yes, how? Join us as we reveal the unsaid sad side of the culinary star. Rachael Ray's early life. Today, we spin the wheel on the delectable Rachael Ray. Who doesn't know this incredible culinary icon? For those who may not be familiar with her, let's give a quick refresher on this amazing personality, who has successfully converted even the most reluctant cooks into passionate food lovers. Rachael Ray is a true icon in the culinary world, renowned for her incredible achievements and infectious enthusiasm for all things edible. Her passion for food, combined with her cheerful persona, has made her a beloved TV chef and a household name that everyone adores. Starting with her versatility and expertise, Rachael Ray has showcased her exceptional skills across a range of cooking shows, including the famous 30-Minute Meals, A Rachael Ray's Tasty Travels, and A Rachael Ray's Week in a Day. Even without being told, she has a remarkable talent for creating delicious and approachable recipes that can be whipped up in a jiffy, making cooking a breeze for people with busy lifestyles. But Rachael's expertise doesn't stop there. She's also a best-selling author, sharing her culinary wisdom and mouth-watering recipes with her devoted fans through her many cookbooks. Speaking of her charm, Rachael Ray's warm and bubbly personality has captivated viewers worldwide. Her relatable and down-to-earth approach to cooking has made her a favorite among home cooks, as she has a unique ability to connect with her audience, making them feel like they're cooking alongside a dear friend. But beneath the cheerful, radiant smiles that light up her face are scars of battles she has fought and tragedies she has endured, struggles that will break your heart. Before we go into the grueling details of all the storms she has weathered, how about we do a little sneak peek into her early life? Rachael Ray was born in 1968 in the charming coastal town of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. From the very beginning, the world of food and cooking has just been a deep, integral part of Rachael's life. But when she was just 8, her family moved to Lake George, New York. It's worth noting that Rachael came from a family of foodies. Her mom and grandparents were avid cooks who loved to experiment in the kitchen. Rachael's maternal grandfather was a self-sufficient provider who found joy in cooking everything his big family of 12 consumed. And over on her dad's side, they had this rich, vibrant culinary heritage from down in Louisiana that they wholeheartedly embraced. In fact, the Ray family owned and operated many different restaurants out there on Cape Cod before eventually moving up to upstate New York. So practically, she grew up soaking up all kinds of invaluable cooking skills and techniques that would later make her the well-sought-after celebrity chef. One of Rachael's fondest memories was watching her mom in a restaurant kitchen and eagerly trying to imitate her, only to end up grilling her thumb at the tender age of 3 or 4. But even that mishap couldn't dampen her love of food. As a kid, Rachael would often hang out in the kitchen, watching her family whip up all sorts of delicious dishes. She was fascinated by the process, from chopping veggies to blending spices. And in her teenage years, Rachael was known for her culinary skills. Like her family members, she'd whip up tasty meals for her family and friends, always looking for new and creative ways to liven up a dish. She didn't just stop there, she made sure to learn the tricks of the trade from her relatives, and she got so good, so much so that her entrepreneurial spirit was already starting to shine through, as Rachael would occasionally sell her homemade jams and chutneys at local farmers markets. Now, you might think a small-town upbringing wouldn't exactly prepare someone for life in the big leagues of the food world. But Rachael proved everyone wrong. Those early days spent in the kitchen sparked a true passion for cooking that grew over the years. And all that invaluable time spent learning from her family's culinary know-how really gave Rachael a rock-solid foundation and understanding of the true art of cooking. It was clear from a young age that Rachael was destined for big things in the food world. But then the first tragedy struck. Things soon became rocky for her family, and before we knew it, Her father sold all their restaurants and relocated the whole family to Lake Luzerne. It was there her parents divorced. This was a massive blow for Rachael Ray, her siblings, and her mum, but life had to go on, so to provide for her kids, Ray's mum took up a job where she had to manage 9 different locations for a restaurant group. This also contributed to her picking a profession in cooking. Genesis of Rachael's professional culinary journey. Rachael has always had this fire in her belly when it came to the culinary arts. So as soon as she hit her early 20s, she packed up and headed straight for New York City, determined to chase her dreams and make a name for herself in the food world. Rachael started out working at the candy counter at the iconic Macy's department store, but it wasn't long before Rachael worked her way up to managing their fresh foods department. That gig really gave her a chance to dive deep into the world of gourmet foods and expand her knowledge. After honing her skills at Macy's, Rachael went on to work at this prestigious gourmet marketplace in the city called Agata and Valentina. There, she took on the role of store manager and buyer, getting hands-on experience in the high-end food business. But not too long after, Rachael decided it was time for a change of scenery, so she headed back upstate to manage pubs and restaurants at the Sagamore Resort on Lake George. Needless to say, that move must have paid off. It was there that she started to make a name for herself because the next thing we would know, Rachael was recruited by this big gourmet market in Albany called Cowan and Lobel as their food buyer and eventually even their chef. And it was there, at Cowan and Lobel, that Rachael's big break came. Rachael had this genius idea to start offering cooking classes at the market to help boost grocery sales during the busy holiday season. She promised to teach people how to whip up tasty Mediterranean meals in just 30 minutes or less. Well, that concept really resonated with folks, and before long, the local CBS station in Albany, Schenectady got wind of Rachael's classes and talent, came knocking, and eventually signed her on to do a weekly 30-minute meal segment for the evening news. That little segment was a total hit, earning Rachael 2 regional Emmy nominations in the first year alone. And as icing on the cake, the cookbook she wrote to go with it sold like hotcakes, with over 10,000 copies flying off the shelves just during the holidays. That was just the start of Rachael Ray's rise to fame. She had found her niche, and there was no stopping her after that. From then on, it was full steam ahead as she built her food-focused media empire. Rachael's rise to fame. Rachael's television work just kept on expanding. First and foremost, it led to Rachael getting a lot more TV work. She started developing all sorts of fun lifestyle and travel segments that showed off her warm, energetic personality and her natural curiosity about food and cooking. Rachael ended up forming this great partnership with the Food Network, where she hosted shows like Rachael's Vacation, Tasty Travels, a $40 a day, Inside Dish, and of course the one that started it all, 30-minute meals. In fact, the 30-minute meals show was such a big hit that it even earned Rachael a prestigious Daytime Emmy Award back in 2006 for Outstanding Service Show. She was also nominated for Outstanding Service Show Host that same year. And since then, Rachael's other TV projects have gone on to win a total of 3 Daytime Emmy Awards. But Rachael didn't stop there. In 2005, she launched her very own lifestyle magazine called Every Day with Rachael Ray. This magazine covers more than just food. You have tons of intelligent and easy recipes, practical advice on excellent food destinations, and even entertaining tips and tricks. It was such a success that the magazine was named Launch of the Year by both Advertising Age and Advertising Week in 2007. And then, in the fall of 2007, Rachael Ray took things to a whole new level when she launched her syndicated daytime TV program, The Rachael Ray Show. Produced by the powerhouse team at CBS Television Distribution and Oprah Winfrey's Harpo Productions, the show showcased Rachael's warm, energetic personality and endless curiosity. It went on to become one of the top-ranked daytime shows, and it even snagged a Daytime Emmy in its very first year on air. On top of all that, Rachael also turned her famous 30-minute meals a concept into a whole best-selling series of cookbooks like 30-minute meals, Comfort Foods, Veggie Meals, Express Lane Meals, A Week in a Day, the list goes on and on. And those cookbooks have sold over 10 million copies worldwide. This incredible achievement landed her the spot of #1 best-selling food author on the New York Times list in 2006. In addition to her cookbooks, Rachael has also penned several lifestyle books like Rachael Ray's Look and Cook and A Rachael Ray's Book of 10. In fact, she even created her own children's book series called Yum-O that helps kids get excited about cooking and eating healthy. And then, Rachael also founded Yum-O. It's her nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering kids and their families to develop healthy relationships with food and cooking. Yum-O partners with other nonprofits, schools, and community organizations to promote healthy eating habits and culinary skills for children of all ages. The organization also helps fund educational programs and provides resources to support families in need. So yeah, Rachael Ray has definitely earned her spot as one of the most beloved and influential culinary personalities of our time. Rachael's brush with a near-death experience. But fame and fortune did not shield Rachael Ray from her fair share of tragedies and challenges. Just when we thought things were going well for her, Rachael experienced a near-death experience. Her career came very close to ending before it had even really begun. It was back in 2001, and Rachael was driving home from a book signing event when she hit a patch of ice on the road. Her car spun out of control, flipped over, and ended up crashing into a snowbank. The vehicle was completely totaled, but miraculously, Rachael walked away with only a few scratches and bruises. She later described it as one of the scariest moments of her life and said she felt incredibly fortunate to have survived. This near-death experience deeply impacted Rachael, making her even more determined to pursue her passion for food and cooking with renewed purpose and focus. It was a stark reminder that life is fragile, and she wanted to make the most of every moment. That incident also inspired Rachael to use her platform to encourage others to live their lives to the fullest, embrace their passions, and never take anything for granted. The fire incident that razed her home. Just when we thought that was all, another tragedy struck. Rachael Ray faced one of the most devastating tragedies of her life on August 9, 2020, when her home in Lake Luzerne, New York, caught fire. The fire completely destroyed the house she had lived in with her husband, John Cusimano, and their dog Bella Boo Blue. According to reports, the fire started in the chimney and quickly spread throughout the house, leaving nothing but charred remains. Thankfully, Rachael, her husband, and their dog were unharmed, but the loss was immense. The home held so many cherished memories for the couple, as it was where they had spent countless happy moments together and where Rachael had filmed many of her shows and created recipes that inspired millions of viewers. In the aftermath of the fire, Rachael took to social media to express her gratitude for the outpouring of support from fans, friends, and neighbors. She was deeply touched by the kindness and generosity of those who offered to help in any way they could. Despite the heart-wrenching loss, Rachael remained resilient and determined to rebuild her home and continue pursuing her passion for cooking and sharing her love of food with others. She acknowledged that material possessions could be replaced, but the love and support from her community were priceless and gave her the strength to move forward. The fire incident was a significant setback, but it also demonstrated Rachael's incredible resilience and unwavering determination to overcome adversity and continue doing what she loves. Rachael's health scare. In addition to the fire incident, Rachael Ray faced another significant challenge in the form of a health scare. In 2019, she underwent throat surgery to remove a cyst from her vocal cords. This procedure was crucial, as the cyst was affecting her voice, which is essential for her career as a television host and cooking personality. The surgery required Rachael to take a break from talking and filming for a while, which was undoubtedly a difficult adjustment for someone as active and energetic as she is. However, she handled the situation with her characteristic resilience and optimism, focusing on her recovery and returning to work with renewed vigor. Throughout her recovery, Rachael received tremendous support from her fans and loved ones, which helped her stay positive and motivated. She took the time to rest and heal, following her doctor's advice to ensure a full recovery. Once she was back on her feet, Rachael resumed her work with the same passion and enthusiasm that has endeared her to millions of viewers worldwide. This health scare was a stark reminder of the importance of self-care and listening to one's body, and Rachael has since emphasized the significance of prioritizing health and well-being in her life and career. Her dog's passing. In the midst of dealing with the aftermath of the fire and her health scare, Rachael Ray faced another heart-wrenching loss when her beloved dog Isabu passed away in May 2020. Isabu had been a loyal companion to Rachael and her husband, John, for over 15 years. The loss of Isabu was devastating for the couple, as she had been an integral part of their lives and brought them immense joy and comfort. Rachael often shared stories and photos of Isabu on social media, and the bond between them was evident to her fans and followers. Isabu's passing left a void in Rachael's heart, but she found solace in the memories of the happy times they had shared together. She expressed her gratitude for the unconditional love and companionship Isabu had given them and acknowledged the importance of cherishing the moments spent with loved ones, both human and furry. Rachael's resilience in the face of this loss was a testament to her strength and ability to find hope and positivity even in the most challenging times. Conclusion. From a young age, Rachael Ray displayed an innate passion for cooking, a love she inherited from her family's rich culinary heritage. Her journey to stardom, however, was not without its hurdles. From her parents' divorce to her own near-death experience in a car accident, Rachael faced significant personal challenges. Despite these setbacks, her determination and hard work propelled her to fame, leading to the creation of numerous television shows, best-selling cookbooks, and a successful magazine. However, Rachael's life was marked by profound losses, including the devastating fire that destroyed her home, a serious health scare, and the heartbreaking passing of her beloved dog Isabu. Throughout these trials, Rachael's resilience and positive outlook shone through, inspiring millions around the world. Her story is a powerful reminder that even in the face of immense adversity, one can find the strength to persevere and continue to pursue their passions.